The voice actor for Geralt of Rivia has confirmed that he will be returning for The Witcher 4, but Geralt won't be the focus of the game, saying it's not about him this time. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Roll this up over at thatparkplace.com. And you can see here that Doug Cockle did an appearance on the Fall Damage YouTube channel where he said this: Witcher 4 has been announced. I can't say anything about it. What we know is that Geralt will be part of the game. We just don't know how much. And the game won't focus on Geralt, so it's not about him this time. We don't know who it is about. I'm excited to find out. I want to know. I have not seen any script yet. I couldn't tell you if I did. This is the thing. I could be lying through my teeth, but I'm not. Or am I? I don't even understand why you would play these games about whether or not you're lying or not. This just seems utterly ridiculous to me. I'm just kind of sick of people even just kind of saying like, oh, I'm just going to lie about whether or not I can't say anything. Like, no, you can just be honest. You just can say like, I can't talk about it right now. Just be honest. Be honest with yourselves. Don't even pretend to be lying. I think it just reflects poorly on him. But as far as the game not featuring Geralt as the main character, I think that is a huge misstep by CD Projekt Red. The Witcher is synonymous with Geralt. Geralt is the Witcher. That is what, for the most part, the books, from what I understand, are about, what the games have always been about, and even, I guess, what Netflix's TV adaptation has been about. So I think this is a huge misfire for CD Projekt Red, and it likely has to do with the company's embrace of wokeness and DEI, which I've well documented on this channel in the past. And we'll get to one of the biggest examples here in a little bit. But let's get to what we actually know about The Witcher 4. They're not really calling it Witcher 4. They announced it back in March 2022, saying that the new Witcher saga announced CD Projekt Red begins development on Unreal Engine 5 as part of a strategic partnership with Epic Games. That came from CD Projekt Red's global PR director, Radek Grabowski. That's what he posted on X. And then you can read the press release if you want to. I'll have the link in the description below if you want to do that. He also clarified that they are not calling it The Witcher 4. This is what he wrote. What we have not announced today, a game called The Witcher 4, a game exclusive to one storefront. It was our initial confirmation of a new saga in the Witcher franchise. Right now, we are not discussing any specifics in terms of story, or in terms, I think that's a typo, in terms of story, characters, mechanics, or plot details. Then in October, just a few months later, October 2022, we got this from CD Projekt Red. They posted Polaris is a code name for the next installment in the Witcher series of games. So this is basically what they announced here in March. They're now calling it codename Polaris and saying that which we recently announced was in pre-production. It is the beginning of a new saga. We aim to release 2 more Witcher games after Polaris, creating a new AAA RPG trilogy. And then they gave us this little image here. The company's CEO, Adam Kaczynski, also shared in a Q&A with investors in 2022 that the first game in this new saga would take longer than 3 years to develop, which means it probably would not release until at least next year. He said this: for Polaris, we are preparing technologies. This is the first project to be released on the new engine, Unreal 5. There is a need of some extra work making this technology viable for huge open world story-driven games. So for this project, for sure, we need some extra effort to deliver. The second and the third installments should go smoother as technology will be better and the tools and the pipelines will be there. But this is all I can say for now. When asked a follow-up on if it would take longer than 3 years to develop, he said this: yes, it is. And if you want to watch their whole 2022 investor call, it's right there embedded in this article. Again, we'll have the link in the description below. And then kind of most recently, we did have a Q&A with Stockwatch where the company's chief financial officer, Peter, I don't even know how to say this guy's name, Nilubowitz, he said this: currently, about 400 developers are working on the game with the support of about 50 people from the so-called shared services. The target number of people involved in the project should be slightly higher than the current one. So that's pretty much all we really knew about the game until this information from Doug Cockle here, the voice for Geralt. However, we have seen some pretty big red flags when it comes to CD Projekt Red. I think this is the biggest one, is that they recently hired Mary Kinney, who was a former associate narrative director at Insomniac Games, who worked on their upcoming Marvel's Wolverine game, also worked on Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which we know was Sweet Baby Inc. infected. Kenny is a Sweet Baby Inc. defender. She announced that she had joined the company in July. She says, without further ado, it's time to announce my new job. Today was my first day as a senior writer at CD Projekt Red, best known for the Witcher series and Cyberpunk 2077. I can't wait to talk more about my project. I'm thrilled to be getting back into RPGs, and my team is talented, welcoming, and just flat out cool. Here's to a new adventure. Obviously, it's unclear what project she is working on at CD Projekt Red, but she is a huge, huge red flag because, as you can see here, I've got the linked article right here. She says that every lever must be pulled to push the LGBTQ plus agenda. And if that is the case, she is likely going to insert it into whatever project she is working on at CD Projekt Red. And if they're hiring someone like this for CD Projekt Red, it's likely we are going to see this being pushed into this new Witcher saga. So lots of red flags already for this game, and we don't even have a lot of information about it, but it's not looking good for the future of CD Projekt Red and not looking good for the future of Witcher. It's kind of crazy just how far and how quickly a studio can fall once it embraces DEI and woke ideology. CD Projekt Red is going to be the example of that. I remember getting The Witcher 3 and how they were really pro gamer. They had a nice real thank you note in the actual case when you opened the disc up. I played on PlayStation 4, so it had a really nice, like, almost felt like a letter was sent to you, and how they were really appreciative that you purchased their game. Very felt like they were kind of an upstart, and they were very thankful that people were actually buying the game and supporting them. And now we see that their developers are always coming out saying like insane things, defending Sweet Baby Inc., justifying woke changes, celebrating themselves, doing weird business things where it comes to like having days off for periods and things like that. Just bizarre things that you would not expect from a serious company. And I think that just kind of shows that they aren't a serious company anymore. They are a woke company. And I think this game is going to have a very, very tough time selling itself to gamers by not having Geralt as the main character, and then hiring people like Mary Kennedy to work at CD Projekt Red, whether or not she's working on this game or not. But let me know what you guys make of this. What do you make of the fact that Geralt will not be the main character in the upcoming Witcher saga that CD Projekt Red has announced? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, but to always speak the truth.